Alright, so a while ago I made a video explaining the difference between Nazi femboys and Soviet femboys, how they evolved and how they play a role in modern society. And a lot of people found it very helpful, and therefore it only makes sense to make another video explaining the differences. But this time I will be explaining the differences between anarchistic femboys and monarchistic femboys. So let's start off with anarchistic femboys. Every item of clothing was either thrifted, patched or tactically acquired. The anarchistic femboys does not shop. Shopping is participation in capitalistic extraction. Instead, their wardrobe is an archaeological record of every trap house, free pile, squatting house, clothing swap and spontaneous redistribution event that they have ever attended. The fishnet tights have 3 separate repairs done in 3 different colors of thread. The skirt was a curtain in a previous life. The boots were technically someone else's boots until they weren't anymore, and the overall aesthetic is chaotic, layered and somehow extremely compelling, like a beautiful disaster that has opinions about kropphocken. And besides that, they have very petite figures, you can say, since they forgot to eat again because they were at a protest. The anarchistic femboys runs on oat milk, righteous fury and whatever someone left on the free food table at a science fair. They believe that meal planning is a goyim construct, scheduled eating times are a form of state control. The result is a creature of magnificent chaotic energy who is simultaneously malnourished and somehow the most alive person in any room. Their metabolism has reorganized itself entirely around adrenaline, monster and the occasional dumpster dive pastry. They are petite, not by design, but by revolutionary accident, and they would argue that their body is in fact engaged in a general strike against the concept of consistent nutrition. And besides that, their entire personality is no gods, no master, but also please validate me. The anarchistic femboy has built an entire ideological framework around radical self-determination, the rejection of all authority and the absolute refusal to be told what to do by any external power structure. They have also posted 17 selfies today and are refreshing the notifications with increasing anxiety. This contradiction does not trouble them because they have a very sophisticated theory about seeking community validation, how it's different from seeking hierarchical approval, which they will explain to you in great detail if you let them. Even if you don't let them, they will still do it. You can't control them. It's impossible. And besides that, their pronouns are a paragraph and their patch list is a manifesto. The anarchistic femboys jackets alone contains more political content than the most undergraduate dissertations. Every square inch is covered in patches representing causes, bands, theoretical positions, and beef with specific political factions within movements you have never heard of and probably will never do. Their pronunciation is thoughtfully considered as they spend most of their time during the day just thinking about it and trying to figure out who they truly are when it comes to these pronouns. Therefore, it's frequently updated and explained via pinned post that links to 3 other posts at least. They are genuinely one of the most carefully self-theorized human beings alive, and they still show up to the community meeting 40 minutes late, because time is a construct and also the bus didn't come. So let's continue with the monarchistic femboys. They have strong opinions about which monarchy was the most legitimate and will defend them. Ask the monarchistic femboy a casual question about European royal history and set a timer. 45 minutes later, you will have received a detailed comparative analysis of the claims of the House of the Habsburgs versus the House of the Bourbon, delivered with the passionate intensity of someone who has personal stakes in a succession dispute that was resolved over 300 years ago. They have a preferred claimant to at least 4 current defunct thrones. They consider this normal, as they should, because in their friendship this is completely normal. And besides that, they refer to themselves in the third person during arguments and mean it. Most people use the third person as a joke. The monarchistic femboy uses it as a rhetorical strategy that communicates a fundamental point. They have achieved sufficient internal grandeur that their personhood can be discussed as an institution rather than merely a human. For example, they express their opinions by saying stuff like, "One finds this kind of behavior rather disappointing," and it's not an affectation to them. It is an accurate reflection of their relationship to the situation. As they are not being pretentious, they are being precise. The distinction matters a lot to them. maybe not to anyone else, but it's like one of the biggest parts in their life. And besides that, they have a very special kind of taste in music, as their Spotify playlist is exclusively Baroque, and they will not explain themselves. No pop music, no explanation. Handel Waters' music plays at a very tasteful volume, while they arrange fresh flowers that they bought at the market at 7 in the morning, every morning, because good flowers require effort and the best ones go early. They are not performing this, they simply find Baroque composition structurally superior and see no reason to apologize for having correct opinions. If you connect to their Bluetooth speaker and play something contemporary, they will not say anything. They will simply look at you until you feel it. And besides that, they have a very convincing way of getting you to behave like they want you to behave, because they have been practicing their condescending glaze ever since they were just young children. The Monarcistic Femboy discovered at a very young age that a single slowly raised eyebrow deployed correctly could make an entire room feel as though they had failed some unspecified but very important social examination. They have been refining this technique ever since. By adulthood, the look has been perfected into something that communicates without a single word ever being spoken. I am aware that you exist, I have assessed you, and I have reservations. This is not rudeness, this is deportment. There's a difference, and they will explain it to you while maintaining eye contact that makes you want to apologize for your own existence. And you might be wondering, is this the only thing that specifies the monarchistic femboy from the other one? Well, no. They also have a superior skincare routine that takes longer than most people's morning. The monarchistic femboy does not simply wash their face, as they engage in a multi-stage ritual that involves water that has been described to you as a structured serum applied in a specific sequence that has been researched extensively. A facial massage technique learned from a YouTube channel that features a great deal of marble and classical music, and at a minimum 2 products that cost more than your electricity bill. This is not vanity, this is maintenance of the imperial person, or as they would refer to themselves, as the imperial and superior femboy. Their skin looks extraordinary, they know it, you know it, the hierarchy has been established without a single word ever being spoken, so there is no attempt to even try to change the fact. So yeah, these are the main differences between anarchistic femboys and monarchistic femboys. I believe I got the recommendation to do this in the comment section of my last femboy video, or my Nazi versus Soviet femboy video, and I do as the people want. If it was requested for me to make this video explaining it, well, I have made it now, so. And if you want more videos like this, just comment below what kind of femboys you want the explanation for, how they are different and everything like that, and I will do my best to make that. So this is it for this video. If you want to support the channel, subscribe and like, leave a comment as well. And yeah, this is it, so peace out.